Are they cookies or are they sewing implements? My case is they're model train parts.
Hello, I'm Anthony Dash, Model Train Outsider. If you are looking to subscribe to this channel or are visiting this channel, I thought I would talk you.
Tonight's episode of the Outsider Insider Live is brought to you by
The Kahat Airlines. Khan understands luxury international airline service. When the trip is more important than your destination, fly the Kahat Airlines.
The Kahat Airlines prides itself on having the highest trained pilots in the northern Himalayas. Oh, who cares where you want to go, man? Like it's the trip that matters. And I will get you somewhere, somehow, eventually. We will take out the Missouri this time! This time the Missouri goes down! All seats on board are luxury seating with the loveliest of flight attendants to serve the finest Kanunistani cuisine, all made with the legendary Kahat special recipe.
Try the brownies, man. They are righteous out of Cyprus, darlings.
Yes, for a trip you may never want to come down from, fly the Kahat Airlines.
Kahat Airlines. Get high on the plane while you are high on the plane.
Kahat Airlines is a subsidiary of Kanunistani Travel Agency, owned and operated by the Royal Khanate Governor of Kanunistan. Kahat Airlines' times of departure and destinations may change at any time, even mid-flight. All travel is at the whim of the flight crew or any cool idea suggested by hip passengers. Reservations and bookings are not guaranteed. Passengers with gullible personalities and large bank accounts are welcome. Squares and uncool types are asked to seek travel via other means. All information is on our website as soon as we get around to finishing it. Kahat Airlines is not responsible for lost luggage, passengers, or planes. Fly Kahat Airlines. This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the express written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout. Do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation. Hey, happy Friday, everybody on the other side of the screen. How you guys doing on this Friday? Let's see, we have Jerry is here, Digger is here. Jean Ricard, nice to have you in. Clive, what's up there? And Edward, before you head off to York or wherever you were heading for the business you got to attend to. Thanks for stopping in for a couple of minutes. I'm sure more people have slowly come wandering in. I don't know how long this stream is going to last. It could go full time. It could end in 15 minutes. I don't know. Those people who know me off of YouTube either follow me on Facebook or communicate with me in some other means or are consistent visitors to the channel know that Joyce's brother has a disease called ALS. If you don't know what ALS is, in America it's also called Lou Gehrig's disease, except I don't think there's anybody left alive who remembers who Lou Gehrig was in his in his time. I mean, you may have heard of him, but he died 70 some years ago. But he was a famous American baseball player who was the first famous case diagnosed with the disease ALS. And ALS is a horrifically terrible disease that destroys your muscles and your interior system over a period of years, and yet your mind stays completely normal. He's in his last stages. He went into hospice. He's been in assisted living for a couple of years now. And he went into hospice on Wednesday because Joyce saw him on Tuesday and didn't think he was doing well at all. He went into hospice on Wednesday, and he's basically in hours to a day. Actually, they didn't think he'd still be alive today, but he's hanging in there. So whenever that call comes in, Joyce is off with her family right now. I don't know if she will come home, if things are still where they're at, or if she's just going to stay with her family. Hey, Kiwi Dave, how are you? Hey, Paul, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get over it. Did I see Artie came in? How are you, Artie? Hey, Joseph. Nice to have you here. So we've just been waiting for the call. He literally is, he's at that stage. If you know how hospice, at least in the United States, works, they just medicate him. He's not being fed intravenously or anything like that. So he'll die of, if he doesn't die of the pneumonia he now has, he will die of basically thirst. Because once they hit this final stage, they just dope them up so they don't feel any pain, and then they just cut off the food because his system has shut down. So we are just kind of it hasn't been a fun week in that regard. Joyce has been just, you know, out of sorts, and who wouldn't it be? Even though this has been expected, it just sort of, even this last stage came on a little suddenly. So we're just kind of hanging in on with that. And I've been babysitting my son, grandson a lot. which is a nice distraction. And he's probably waking up from his nap now. And I don't know if Kyan will be making an appearance on. I didn't know I'd been that quiet. I have been on the usual live feeds and watching the videos and commenting. The biggest thing today is a bunch of my channels I subscribe to all posted either a bunch of videos or 20-30 minute videos, and Kyan and some other family, the family issues today, have not given me a lot of time to sit down and watch YouTube. I'm trying to watch all the videos. Yeah, it's just been crazy. And now I did have a couple little small mail calls I wanted to share with you. I actually was going to have something special today. Or two special things. I might have one, but the other one definitely not happening. First mail call is simply this. I went and bought these. This is 5 3-foot sections, so 15 feet of code 100 rail, which I obviously cannot use on my C-track 3-rail layout. So what might I be up to with this? Well, it involves a Eurostar. No, I don't have one. And a Mallard. It involves a Eurostar and a Mallard. And that was going to be one surprise today, but that one's not happening. And then the other one is this one. And I got this a couple of days ago. I thought I would give this company a try, or this gentleman a try, because he is a company, but it's a company of one man. This is Long Shadow Trees. It's been advertised on a few American channels. If anybody watches Cousin Vinny, he really advertised a lot. A couple other channels. I've liked what I've seen in the pictures. So I ordered some trees from him. Some good trees, because all my trees are old woodland scenics trees from literally 30 years ago, from my old wargaming stuff. Things like this that have clearly past their prime. The lichen-made trees. But these are 30 years old. These are older than at least one, if not two, of my kids. This is from my wargaming days in the 80s. And I continued using them even until about 6 years ago. So I got some trees from this gentleman, and I thought I would share these with you, and you can tell me how it goes. But obviously boxed up here, but and then you just kind of have to gently, and I'm not being gentle here, work these back apart. But he makes very lifelike trees, and shaking hands McGee, but the nerves just make it worse. The nerves are there, but I think these are just fantastic. Those are going to look awesome when I start putting them in the proper places. These will not go on my layout until I actually start building the layout. I've got some other trees I bought, but these by far are, this is me. I have not looked at these. But I've seen what he's done on his channel and on Vinny's channel, and now that I pulled them out of the box, yeah, these are just absolutely impressive trees. And I know I've got some pine in here as well. I got some tall ones. Let's see, who else has come in that I've missed? I apologize. So I see Lee came in. I think I said hi to Edward. Edward, no problem. I always try to get into your chat. Just the last few Fridays have been hectic. So we got his pine trees, and he intentionally makes them because you will see pine trees where they're very full in some areas and not as full in others. And but I just think these are fabulously done. So I'm very impressed, and for the price, definitely great quality for the price. It is called Long Shadow Trees. I forgot when I was setting up to put his link in my thing, but I'll put it on the chat after I'm done with the streaming. But these are just every tree is one of a kind. They're just fabulous. And again, shaky hands McGee. The nerves are really just gone. They're just exacerbated by the events of the last couple of days, but these are just fantastic trees. To be honest, this is actual wood. It is not the steel wire. Now, what he does the leaves and everything out of, I don't know, but it's wood or a wood-feeling resin, but it is not metal. But they're really sharp, so I'm very pleased with that. And I ordered quite a big box of them. So once I start putting my woods where I want to put them, someday, the famous words of the Dodge layout, someday we'll do that. The other big event last weekend, was Joyce and I have been on cable. We have used our local cable company for the 35 years we've been married, and I'd been using that cable company for 15 years before that, either through my family or when I lived alone. So I've been with this cable company for 45 years, and nothing negative against Buckeye Cable System. Actually, now they're called Buckeye Broadband. Joyce's other brother actually works for the company. They're great, but Joyce and I realized we have like 300 channels on our cable, and we watch 3 of them. Otherwise, we're on YouTube or Netflix or Disney. And we just said, screw it. And after all these years, we canceled our cable. And it took about $250. We also got rid of our landline phone. So the cable's gone, the landline phone is gone. And so that took about $250 a month off of our bill. Now we're just paying about $125, $130 a month for our internet Wi-Fi setup. And so we then went and bought a bunch of Amazon Fire Sticks for the TVs in the house and subscribed to a couple of systems. Like we subscribed to YouTube TV, which gives us all our local channels and all the channels we were watching on cable anyhow, but it's $65 a month instead of $400 a month. So that's a win-win. So that was kind of cool to cut the cable like that. So anyhow, let me get some trains running and catch up with anybody else that's come in. Long shadow model trees. That's exactly it. Thank you, Edward. Yes. So let's go to the multi-view and get some trains running. And I am running the Railjet. The Railjet has returned. And then I'm running an IC2, which you can see in the middle that way. The IC2 being pushed by that Class 218. The Railjet just went on the middle on the other side. The Railjet is running Locomotive first. The IC2 is being pushed by a Class 218, the famous Pico Merklin dual paint job, split paint job Locomotive. I decided to let the Alex go another week. That's that teal green Locomotive and cars. And who is not moving? Oh, that's who's not moving. Hang on before I have a crash here. I will never, ever buy ESU cars again. I will never, ever. They constantly uncouple. It's just annoying as heck. And today, all of a sudden, this guy keeps uncoupling from the car in front of him. So it's just going to run without it's done it. I had it working for a bit, and Cayenne was down here with me about 3 hours ago, but it's uncoupling again, and I'm just fed up with it. I was trying to have it push, and these ESU cars are garbage. I am not impressed with ESU coaches at all. They are just garbage. Well, hello, Mick. I saw you put up a, yes, it comes back. Tomorrow it comes back. I'm ready to go. I even got I thought of wearing my Mo Salah jersey today, but I did not. I even thought of wearing my Michael Owen jersey today, but I did not. I should have, but I decided to wear my York National Railway Museum shirt today. Hey, Mark, nice. Welcome in. Oh, by the way, Mick, we need to knight you. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. Anyhow, Mick, go ahead and post a link to your channel. Everybody's moderated. You are knights of the rhomboid table. Hey, Hot Dog Pilot is here. Let's see, Hot Dog Pilot 63 is here. Nice to have you, sir. Lewis Cartwright. How many ICE units do I have? I have 4 ICEs, one of each generation. I have an ICE 1, an ICE 2, an ICE 3, and an ICE 4. What picture is the best view of them? Probably the Joyce cam. Maybe. I'll mess with the Joyce cam. But, if Shaky Hands McGee can hold up. So if you look over there in my little parking area, you can see all 4 generations. ICE 1, ICE 2, ICE 3, and ICE 4. None of them are running today. Okay. So anyhow, if you're not seasick yet, so that is the, oh, I'm also running the Metronome and my Little Nordwestbahn. Now, in Germany, there's ICE, Inner City Express, and then there's IC, which is just Inner City. And the way you tell the difference between an ICE and an IC is an ICE doesn't have a locomotive. It's got the control cabs, or Steuerwagen as we call them in Germany, on both ends. An IC has a locomotive such as the one that's on trip. And then IC1 is what I'm running today because those are single level cars. And now the newer ICs are called IC2s, and they're the double deckers, which also are not running today. Hey, Christopher, nice to see you. Andrew from March West, how are you? Nice to have you. Steve 87 BSAP, nice to have you. And anybody else? EFO is here. My apologies, EFO. Hello? Yeah, the 218, Jean Ricard. I don't know if it's called the 240 in Denmark. Maybe it's the same, but it's the 218. Yep. And it is running Steuerwagen first. I have a mix of Steuerwagen first. If I got cars and locomotives that will work Steuerwagen first, I do mix them in just for you. So there's that. I actually tried running those ESU, those Nahverkehr, the Silberlinge wagons, the Nahverkehr, the N-Wagen for short, which are in that middle picture across from me there. I tried running those Steuerwagen first, and one of the cars kept derailing. The coupling and the cars themselves are just garbage. I will not buy ESU rolling stock ever again. It's the only time I'll give a true negative review to a company, but That's my second thing from ESU, and I'm not happy with any of it. Well, then you should be on my good side because I'm the cook and the boss, Artie. At least I'm taking over the cooking duties here now that when Joyce goes back to work in 2 weeks. But really, there isn't a boss. It's a tag team effort. It just depends on what situation you're talking about as who makes the final call. But, yeah, in the other bad news department, my IC4 started making some weird sounds while I was running it for Cayenne on Tuesday. And I'm worried that its motor is going, and I'm going to have to send it out and get it fixed. No, because they basically use the same couplings, same basic design couplings as Roco and Pico, those Relics couplers. It's just they're very lightweight, and I know you can add weight, but they're just, it's cheap plastic couplings. And I tried taking them out and putting Roco couplings in, but just the way they're set up, I'm just, you know, I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to be buying a new set of Märklin N-Wagen. They just announced that they're coming out later this year. Even though it's a special train, it's still N-Wagen. So I'm going to buy that and get rid of these. Hey, Charlie McGowan. Welcome, sir. Let's see if I can knight you as well. If you'd like to advertise your channel. I now declare you knight of the Round Boy Table. So anyhow, we do have Model Railway Fantasia. Mark is somebody I've actually been subscribed to for a long time, but he took a break and he's back. And now I hear you're getting ready to move to Poland. I did not know that. I missed you saying that. But I've actually been a subscriber to your channel for a while. But anyhow, Mark has an amazing, his building skill is right up there. And if you watched my live stream at the end last week, I was trying to encourage you to go check out his channel. Gave him a shout out, and then I posted a community link to his channel to get you guys to go check it out because it's an amazing channel. And then Alan from Dragon Junction gave him a shout out in a video that came out earlier today. So please go check his channel out, as well as everybody's channel here. And one last thing, and wow, I'm going to hate myself for doing this, for forgetting this. Let me cool the trains for just a second. It's been a week of bad news in my personal world. And another bit of bad news, if you're subscribed, you already know. A dear online and offline friend of mine, Chris at Hales Heritage Railway, is in the hospital, had a heart attack. He doesn't have a lot of subscribers. I think he's around 175. He's done live chats on Wednesdays for a couple of years, off and on. He's such a funny, witty, and, you know, you got to understand the personality and where he comes from. But he's been... Hey, Alan, how are you? But if you've never been to his channel, then you don't know the guy. And maybe somebody said, oh, I don't like that guy or whatever. Chris is an amazing guy. He's as lovable as anybody out there in the YouTube community, but he's in the hospital. His daughter Caroline posted a message on his channel. If you could go to his channel and just send him well wishes, because I don't know how serious it is. She said they won't know for a couple of days, but they're not going to put that kind of information out there. But between Joyce's brother, whether it's going to be in 10 minutes or 20 hours. He's on his last stage. It's not going to be. It's going to be sometime in the next, I'd say, 30 hours that her brother. I say the word finally, and I hope you people don't get offended by that. But when you have ALS, when you have one of these diseases that just destroys your body, all I know is Joyce and I have already said, if we ever got in that kind of situation, we would take each other out, that we would not go that long. But her brother, Chris, I've got another friend that has pancreatic cancer, not pancreatic cancer, prostate cancer, and has recently had a downturn. It's been a week of bad news for my friends and family. So anyhow, please keep a warm thought for Chris, and go subscribe to his channel if you haven't subscribed. Anyhow, back to trains. Yeah, I'll try to get a link here real fast. The hardest thing for me with the way I'm currently set up is to get that. Let me drop OBS for a second, or let me pull up BAM. Probably faster to go this way. That's the link to Chris at Hales Heritage Railway. Okay. Anyhow, going back to some questions. I'm sorry to hear that, Artie. Sooner or later. Hey, Andrew T. Nice to have you here. Anyhow, Mark, you asked, do I get all my models from Europe? The answer is mostly yes. In fact, I would say 75 to 85% of all my models come from the same shop in Germany called Model Shop Lippe. Model, if I say it in proper German, Model Shop Lippe. I do get a couple. For example, the Railjet is actually from a shop on Trans-European Express, TEE. I think they call themselves Trans-European Express after the Tay train of Germany, the Trans-Europe. But anyhow, the Railjet I bought from a shop from the East Coast, Jersey suburbs of New York. And one of my locomotives and some of my cars are from a shop in Texas called AJC and Kids. Annie Jewel and Charlie and Kids shop, AJC and Kids. Great shop, great customer service. And I got a couple of things from Renaud's, which is west of Chicago. So I do have some things that are American stock, but the vast majority is, well, bought in America. It's all European companies, but the vast majority was bought from Model Shop Lippe. Yeah. Lippe is my favorite shop. No, it's not the same. Modelbahn Union is a very popular shop among a lot of German folks, but I find Lippe, I get stuff cheaper. I buy where I can get this stuff for the lowest price, unless there's only one place to get it. For example, about a month ago, I got some new Regiobahn double-decker cars from Renaud's, because Renaud's inherited, this guy died and he had a warehouse full of German model trains, all the German companies. And they just happened to have this set of cars I've been after. And they were overpriced, much more expensive than they should have been, but they are not in print. So you're paying collector price and not retail price. But I had to have them, and I bought them. Yeah, Joyce and I are doing Germany next year. And then we're planning on going back to the UK in 2024. And then somewhere along the line, we'll try to fit maybe a trip to Australia. But the next 2 years are have been planned. The biggest change is that instead of going to Germany again in 2024, we were going to go to Germany in 2023 and 2024. We've talked about it, and we think we're going to go back to the UK in 2024. We've got more people we want to meet. There are a couple of places we actually want to go back to, and do a couple of things we didn't do this time, and maybe risk actually trying to drive a car in the UK. But yes, we are coming back. Hey, Tim JD, there you are. Leslie's here. Dwight, Kelsey's here. Nice to have you. And the fire hazard. No such thing as coming in late, Leslie. There's nothing I do that isn't. Okay, yeah, we can set up time because it's always the month of June, Artie. For us, it's the month of June. And if you want to meet us in the UK in 2024. I don't know. We're going to be staying in Hamburg for a few days there, Jean. We could pop our way up into Denmark. I missed the S&D bicentennial then, the Sweden and Denmark in 2025. Well, 2025 would be Europe again, would be Germany, or Joyce eventually wants to do a Scandinavian trip. She wants to do Denmark, and so do I. Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Finland. So 2023 is Germany again. Basically, it's going to be the trip that got canceled on us in 2020 and 2021. It's going to be the same places. So we're going to spend a week in Freiburg, a week down in southeastern Germany in a little town called Prien am Chiemsee. We're going to spend a week in Bamberg, and then we're going to spend about a week in the Hamburg area. Oh, and we're also spending, a week in Freiburg, but we're going to go up to Stuttgart one of those days. Indeed, Tim, Hey, Kieran, how are you? Actually, I know how to swim, but nobody's going to swim across the ocean there. Well, that would be cool to go back and visit family. I did not see Bachman's announcements. I'm still waiting for a couple of things. My fall and winter expenditures are already set. Beep, beep, beep. Now let's see if I can do this. Now, by the way, if this is your first time on the channel, as it was for a couple of you, let's one more time go to the layout map and also give you an idea where the cameras are. If you were standing right behind me looking over my shoulder, this is exactly how the table would look. To my left, which when I point to my left is right on your screen. To my left, but as you're looking at it, it's that way, is the Delmenhorst side, which is a 8 by 12.5 foot table, which is based on the city of Delmenhorst. Then above me is a 30-inch by 6 foot center area. And then to my right, which is, well, and as you're looking at it, but in the camera, I'm pointing the other way. But over there, which I'm actually pointing to my left, but for the map's sake, it's on the right. And it is on the right in reality. The map is oriented properly. The camera here is not. I'd have to do mirror, which I don't want to do for certain reasons. But anyhow, that is called the Bremen-Hanover side because eventually it'll be modeled as sort of a fictional blending of the Hanover and Bremen train stations, which most trains running from Delmenhorst East go to. And that is an 8-foot by 11.5 foot. So that side is a foot deeper or longer than that side. But then it's 8 foot, 6 foot, 8 foot, so it's a 22-foot run across the back. And then there is a parking area on the other side of the Bremen side, which is where my ICEs are parked. So we'll follow a train around. We'll follow the rail jet around and you get an idea. So this is called the up the ramp. And then we go into what's called the station view, which kind of adjusted and I need to fix. And then we pan out for the village view, and that gives you a view of the city of Delmenhorst. And then as it goes around the corner, we hit my 4K view, the DB view as we call it. And then immediately I can flip that way to the bridge view, the 11-lane view, the Joyce cam view, the Bremen corner view looking into Bremen. And then there's the long view where you can kind of see the expanse of the two tables. So this is Delmenhorst over on the left, and the closest side to you, this is the Bremen side. Again, this is just I'm not trying to do anything realistic. I'm not trying to do, the only thing that's realistic are the trains. I try to keep the trains prototypical, except I don't weather them. For the money I spend on these trains, I'm not putting a lick of dirt on them. These are expensive trains. I'm not putting filth on them. In my dream world, there's no graffiti and trains get cleaned daily. Hey, it's a fantasy layout. It can be a fantasy world. I did not see the Iceland volcano kicked off. I saw one in Tonga kicked off, which blew a crap load of water in the air, which they say is going to cause another heat wave through the United States for some reason. Hey, 156 Andrew is here. Well Chuffed Railways is here. I still got to learn first names. I do have a posh setup. I just don't build in a posh way. My trains are posh. My trains are posh. But I am... My 17-year-old self would fall over dead hearing me say this, but I have been a lucky man in the last 40 years of my life. I was blessed with an amazing wife. I've got 3 awesome kids. I've got an amazing grandson already. And we live in a... it's hard to explain to people. Our house, by American standards, is a small house. But the entire basement was given to me by Joyce. Given to me. It was already our basement. But she let me build as big a layout as I wanted to build. Say what? Speaking of which, we're going to have a special guest visitor for a bit. Is he coming down? Well, hey, Stuart from St. Mary Church. Hi. You want to be on internet TV? Hey there. Look. It's Kyan. K-H-I-A-N. Kyan. It rhymes with Brian. Hey, Kyle, how are you? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You gonna say hi, Kyan? Hi. Yeah, Trey. He's pointing at trains. He's telling everybody looking, there's trains. Well, let's let them see the trains too. What? Yep. Here, let me tilt the camera down just a bit. Get you a little bit more on screen. There you are. Evo, I don't think so. If you go to European shops, you can get all of the newest releases by American. If you go to American shops that sell American, and the problem is the closest shop to me closed 3 years ago. The closest shop to me closed 3 years ago. So the closest now is Renaud's in Chicago that sells the full range American. There are shops about 2.5 hours south of me that sell some American. There's a shop 2 hours and 10 minutes east of me, just west of Cleveland, but 2 hours, 10 minutes east of me in a town called Medina, Ohio. He sells American, but he doesn't get new stuff in. He sells old American. Now, he doesn't sell K-Track or anything like that. He sells C-Track, but he doesn't get a lot of the new American stock in. But the East Coast, the West Coast, the Chicago area, yes, you can get pretty much anything. Yep. What do you want? Oh, wait, you saw this, didn't you? Yeah, Opa got distracted with you coming down. This is what Opa wanted to do real quick. What's up? Yay! Yeah, he is into the trains. I can't put him where he really wants to go right now. I would love to show you guys and have the camera on. I am in Toledo, Ohio. Yeah, I know. Wait, you little rugrat. Hang on. Opa's got to do something here. Oh crap, now I forgot the... Crap, which one do I want? That's what I wanted to do. Opa hasn't done this in so long, he forgot how to do it. Because Opa is not nearly as old as he should be. Okay, so now Opa's got to do one last thing here. He's got to wait for the train to come by. Okay, is it coming? Is it coming? Here it comes. All right, hang on. We're going to have to stop this. Opa's going to stop this just for a second. And then do something crazy. Okay, let's see if Opa can do this. Oh, he grabbed the wrong one. Okay, you want to make it go again? Do you want to make it go? Okay, go ahead. Yes, he knows how to start my Central Station 3. The boy watches and learns. It's scary. Okay, now, you're going to get a weird view for a minute, but bear with me. 3, 2, 1. Now I just got to do one thing with it. Whoops, it abandoned it already. Dag nabbit, dag nabbit. Hang on, bud. Opa has to fix something. Sorry about that. Oh, it just... Opa's trying to do something cool, and life is not cooperating. Here, let's make the trains go while we're waiting. I've got the GoPro set up again. Now that it can handle it. Yep. All right, we're going to try it one more time. But Opa's also got to get the image to be turned 180. Okay? Let's see if it stays together this time. Let's see if this works. If not, Opa's going to have to give up until he sorts it out. Okay. Now, and again, the screen will go dark for like 3 seconds, so... But now I've got to get it to, Bingo, there we go. All right. There we go. The GoPro is now running correctly. Yes, Mark, I speak fluent German. 3 of my grandparents were German. I taught German for the last 20 years of my teaching career until I retired in June. And so Kyan is being brought up to use a lot of German terms. He also knows sign language. I need to slow him down now. Otherwise, that's going to be too tedious for everybody. So let's slow him down. There we go. There. Now you can kind of get a cool view. Yep, and there's the Delmenhorst Station, which is a 100% scale accurate recreation of Delmenhorst Station. Yes, I know I made him stop, Kai, and you're going to have to be patient with Opa. He saw the train slow down, so he got upset. Hey, why is that train stopping, Opa? All right, let's see what people are saying. Hey, Pierre, how are you, sir? Nice to have you. But yeah, Kyan is being raised to address us as Opa and Oma. It's obviously German. It means grandpa and grandma. But it's kind of traditional. Now, I had one grandmother I called Oma. The other grandma was Grandma. Actually, I had 3 grandmothers because my one grandfather, my mom's father, divorced and married another one. So we had Grandma Vi and Grandma Rietz. Grandma Vi was the second wife, Grandma Rietz. And there's that nice German name, Rietz, from Bavaria. Well, actually, her husband, my grandfather, was from Bavaria. She was from the Rhineland. And then I had Grandma Dodge, who was Oma Dodge, but she died when I was 3. But the thing is, Kyan loves to stand right here and watch the trains. Kyan loves to stand here and watch the trains. I mean, I will do this, but I won't be able to see the chat. But I will try to turn this camera on and just do this for a second so you can see this. This is Kyan's favorite spot. Yeah, you see that? He gets excited. Where are the trains? They're all over there, aren't they? Which one? That one? You like that one? Well, you do like the railjet, but oh, the one with the camera's right there too. Yeah, we should put the camera view in, shouldn't we? Yep. He likes the railjet. The railjet is clearly his favorite. Yep, that's you standing there, and that's you watching. And you just saw the railjet go by, didn't you? All right, tell you what, let's go back here so Opa can read the chat. And what we'll do here is hold on to Opa while Opa's adjusting and making silly stuff. All right, we'll go that way, and I don't know, where could we stick it? 3, 2, 1. He is absolutely adorable. And he is Kyan. Pierre, this is my grandson Kyan. I probably should turn the lights on in my station. What do you think? Hang on, little dude. Let's see if Opa can reach this one. Did he get it, or which one was that? I think that might have him on. I don't want you messing with that, okay? I know. All this stuff that Opa shows you how it works, and your little brain soaks it up. I'll put that one there. But yeah, it looks like the lights are on in the station. But these are the shots I love where it's another train comes passing by. For this channel in the future. Jean Ricard, stop being mean. I drink any beer except Guinness and American beers. I've become a beer snob to my American friends who like American beer. I can't drink American beer anymore. But it's been a long time, but based on what I'm seeing, you guys are getting this glitch free. The last few times I tried this months ago, it was jittery and freezing, but now you should be getting a nice, clean, smooth view. Yes, all my cameras are USB 3 or USB-C hardwired.
Tonight's episode
Whoops,
of the...
wrong again. Opa hit the wrong one. Kind's like, wait, what's going on, Opa? What we want to do is let's add one more camera. VLC video source. Add existing GoPro. Okay, now prepare for the screen to go. Bingo. And then, yes, the world is upside down again. Hang on. Opa will fix it in just a second. Rotate. Bam. There we go. How about we stick this here for now? Can we do that, Kyan? Can we stick that image over the city view like that? There we go. Well, maybe that's true. It's something positive, but yeah, this is he is definitely for now hooked on trains. Leslie, if I put a video, is Leslie still here? Yes, he is. Leslie, he loves your videos. Kyan loves your videos, Leslie. Tim, he would love your videos too, but they need to be longer. Oh, you want to play with the cars? All right, you can go play with the cars, all right? But Opa is got to do a show. You can play with the cars or you can sit on Opa's lap. It's up to you. Cars? What, you want back up? Okay, yeah, but Opa's not moving his chair over there. No, I know. That's what I said. You can either play with the cars standing up or... You can play with the car standing up, or you can sit on Opa's lap, but Opa has to watch his show. Oh, don't you pout. He's going to do the head down. I didn't get what I wanted. Well, you just got to hope that all those people... All right, do you want to sit up here? And see, here's the next thing. This is, Opa, you must leave now. You can come up. You want to sit with Opa? Opa is not going anywhere. Opa's staying here. Opa played with you all morning. You want to come up? Right, watch it. Come here. Come here. And watch the trains, okay? Yeah, that would be very interesting. I've seen a couple of them up close in my life, but they're always impressive. The Jagdpanzer and the Jagdtiger. Yeah, I mean, my stuff here, I just got to actually start modeling again. You know, all those models, the houses, the buildings, I built those all. Some things I built from scratch, including the Dumb and Horse Station. Which, let's see, because I've got all these cameras. Like, here is the village view. But that station there, that's Dumb and Horse. It doesn't look like much on the outside, but on the inside, every shop, wall, pillar, pole is 100% accurate, although nobody will ever see it. Nobody will ever see it. But the platform's the only thing that is not scale accurate, that is built to true 1/87 scale. The length and the width. The only thing that's not true 1/87 scale is the platform for the standing area for platforms 2 and 3, because I would have needed a 16-foot long table to fit those in properly. And I didn't have room for that. Joyce won't let me take out the bar. Hey, Ray, how are you? Go, 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 go. He just saw the railjet go by. Go, 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 go. I'm still trying to get him to learn my catchphrase, zoom. When I see high-speed trains, it's zoom, right? Did the railjet go zoom? Go, 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 go. What? All right, you can get a car, but I'm not going over there. Do you want a car? What do you want? Okay, you gonna go? Yep, you're still on there. You're right there, little guy. Opa's got to stay here. Opa's got to stay here. Are you going upstairs? No, no, we don't turn it off. He's asking, should I turn it off? Opa, can I turn it off? We're going upstairs. Time to turn it off, Opa. Do you want to stay here? No, no. We're going to leave them run. They're going to go, go, go. You want to go see Auntie Liz now? No, not all done. No, all done. Yeah, this is all done. He's trying to end the live stream, people, so either thank him or stop him. Yeah, and that is one of the projects that I said I was going to do when I got back from the UK. I still have all kinds of more Fowler stuff to redo it. I'm going to expand it, and I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way, and it'll either work one way or the other. It's either going to work one way or the other. Oh, of course I do, Jean Ricard, and he loves to hear the horns going. He loves to hear the horns. What? What? We are not all done. No, all right, Liz, I think he needs to go upstairs. No, no, Opa's staying here. Do you want to come up? No, you can sit with Opa. Opa is doing his show. You can hang here with Opa and watch the trains. Or you want to go upstairs? All right, go with Auntie Liz here. Aunt Lizzie is right here. Why don't you go with Aunt Lizzie? If he complains, I guess he could come back, but, you know. Close view of the metronome. I can get a couple of cameras that will do, like right there. Oh, and I'm running the Alex again, but I think I announced that. And then, let's go. It should come around here in a second or 5. 3, 2, 1. So, yep, that is my metronome, the American metronome. Give him the mobile station too if he comes back. He likes to do that, but he learned that he can hit horn buttons, but now he wants to hit all the buttons, which can, of course, screw up the decoder. He just wants to keep pressing all the buttons, so I try to limit him to just the horn buttons. Yeah, I've got 4 sets of double-deckers. Three, 2, 1. Yeah, there's a blackout period when the GoPro comes on. It's just something with the GoPro. But I call this the passenger view because the GoPro cannot go through the station standing up facing forwards. It clips the It clips the the roofs over the platforms. But there you can see the lights I installed in the platform. There are old videos. You'd have to go back 2.5, maybe 3 years and see how I put the lights in the platforms. But I do have videos. And then I did a Throwback Thursday that shows I'm biased, but yeah, Kyan is awesome. I would like to nag Kyan into learning to speak more. Kyan knows words, but he now, because my daughter teaches him sign language, Kyan can indicate, won't say he's hungry. He'll do the sign language. He won't say goodbye or love you. He'll go, love you, bye. And if he wants to see the trains, he won't say trains. He'll just do this, which means please. He walks to, there's a gate above the stairs, and he'll walk to the gate and he'll point downstairs. This is where he wants to go. He wants to go downstairs. And when I come up to him, I go, what do you want? He points downstairs and then does this, which is sign language for please. He goes, please. Yes, I am a Liverpool supporter. Long-time Liverpool supporter. I go back, and again, I'm 58 years old, but I've been following Liverpool since 1970, 1971. Back before when Bill Shankly was coach, before Bob Paisley. I don't really remember Paisley playing when I was following, but our local newspaper used to give the Premier League scores, or it wasn't, the English League scores back then. We would have a half a page in our local newspaper sports section, international sports, and they would give us the Premier League scores, and I don't know that they gave the Bundesliga scores, but they would give any Olympic trials and stuff like that. Yes, it is, Efo. Yeah, I love the GoPro. I'm glad this is the first time it's back in about 6-7 months at least. Maybe more. My dream is to make it to a game at the Cup. My dream is still to, and now that I'm retired, Joyce has already said, do it, is to fly, spend a few days in Liverpool, get tickets, and when I can get tickets to a game, fly over, spend a few days in Liverpool, and then come back. Joyce is already cool with that. She would like to go herself, but she works. But if it was a chance for me to go to the Cup, she will. I will probably do it. So it could happen maybe this coming season. It's just getting a ticket, because you have to go into that auction place, and a couple of guys have told me how to do it, and I just have to get in there and keep trying. Charlie McGowan, I have the GoPro 9. I have the GoPro 9. But yes, I am a huge Liverpool supporter. I catch a lot of flack from some of my fellow Liverpool fans because my favorite player to this day is still Michael Owen. I know everybody loves Steven Gerrard or Ian Rush. Bob Paisley, both as coach and player. St. John, Rob Fowler was great when he played at Liverpool both times. So many players you can just list. But Michael Owen is my all-time favorite player, and I love Mo Salah. Mo Salah is my second favorite Liverpool player of all time right now. And I do have a Mo Salah jersey, and I also have a Michael Owen jersey. But, yeah, I'm a huge Liverpool supporter. I'm not some recent American jumped on. And people that have been on this channel for a while already know. But I was in Liverpool this past June. Joyce and I went to Liverpool. We went to the United Kingdom for a month, and we spent a week in Liverpool. Actually, 4 days in Liverpool. And I was knighted an official Scouser, and that is maybe the 6th greatest thing to happen in my life. Marion Joyce, my 3 kids, my grandson, and then being knighted a Scouser, an official Liverpool Scouser, by official Liverpool Scousers. I was made an official Scouser. I take that with immense pride. 4 days of hanging out in Liverpool, and these people love Joyce and me, and they officially knighted us at a chemist. Hey, Warwick Andy, how are you? And I've been yakking away and messing with Kai, and I'm missing everybody. So, yeah, it's just whatever it takes. Somebody told me that there's kind of like a lottery for available tickets, and you have to go in, and there's a certain way you do it that really increases your chances of how to get it. I think Lee and Jackie were telling me how you do it as well. Did I eat any Scouts? I ate Liverpudlian foods there. Do I remember what they were all called? No. But you will not dampen my joy. I have the official Liverpool Charter, official Scouser knighthood. But again, I'll start rattling about the UK trip over and over. It was amazing. We met so many great people. I probably liked Liverpool, as far as all the cities we went to, I probably liked Liverpool a bit more than the others. Joyce fell in love with Cardiff. But everybody we met, the YouTubers we met, was especially awesome. But man, I think we met one grumpy person the whole trip. And that was a waitress at a restaurant in Edinburgh. No, not Edinburgh. Or was it Edinburgh? It might have been Edinburgh. Hey, the plumber, how are you? No, I did not get to Glasgow. We had 4 days in Edinburgh, and that was our only time in Scotland. Which is why Joyce wants to go back, because we want to go way north in Scotland. There are just isolated places like north of Loch Ness, although, maybe visiting Inverness, maybe hitting Glasgow and going up, but Joyce wants to go even further north into Scotland, way north. I have yet to decide what else I want to do. I clearly would want to go back to Liverpool. And yes, the problem is everybody we met, we'd want to go back and meet. But there's Birmingham we'd like to get to, Birmingham. Bristol, Bath area. Down to the southeast area, Alan Reynolds has invited us to come to Dover, which, obviously we didn't visit the southeast coast and so many other areas. And no matter what we do, it's hard to pick who you're going to see and who you're going to miss. I'm willing to take that chance, Leslie. I'm willing to take that chance. You stood on the cup in 1965, age 14. Well, as an American, I didn't make it to the UK until 2022 here. And I got to go to Anfield, but I didn't get to go stand on the field because they had it blocked off because a stupid Elton John concert was getting prepped for. So they were doing some construction, but they blocked access to the grass. You couldn't go see the field. You could go up and look around, but you couldn't get into the pitch. And I'm still mad about that. I've never had anything against Elton John until he prevented me from going inside Anfield and running on the pitch. Now the man is eternally my enemy. You were the traffic light manager in Liverpool for the council. All right, Kyle, try to have a good day at work. And again, if you want to advertise your channel, see, I need Joyce here so that she can encourage you all to hit the like button, because I don't. I forget to encourage people. Hit the like button, y'all. Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Wow, 500 sets of traffic lights. Whew. But, you know, people always like to ask, what was your favorite thing? What was your favorite bit? And you can't. You know, if I go, you know, touring Carnarvon Castle was a dream come true. Since I was 8 or 9 years old, I had a dream of visiting Carnarvon Castle. Well, that was a dream came true. A dream come true. Let's use proper grammar there. That was a dream which came true, or a dream come true. It was mind-blowing awesome. I can't believe I finally... And then Conway was cool. But then there was the 2 hours or whatever we spent driving around with Alan Wiles through the Welsh hills and mountains around Snowdonia. And the places he took us. Amazing. Going down and hanging out with Jim at Hover Motion and his layout. Holy cow, was that awesome. And of course I got to go to the shed with Alan. I mean, you know, those were special moments because I can't watch their channels the same way anymore. Every time I see Alan Wiles posting a video, because he posted one this morning, it's totally different because it's like, I hung out with that guy. I sat this close to him in a car. I sat in his chair. I'm sure he fumigated it after I left, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, and unfortunately, a bunch of people popped 20-minute videos up today, and I did not have enough time to watch them all. I'll try to get everything done tonight, tomorrow morning. But Saturday is also a big day where a lot of people post videos. So I'm trying to catch up as I can, because if I'm subscribed to you, I watch your videos, I always like them, and I always comment. No, I did not. We did not ride any special trains or heritage train rides, because when we went to the UK, at the risk of it sounding wrong, it wasn't a train trip. We use trains to get around because we've traveled in Germany. Joyce and I have gone to Germany 16 times and spent the month of June. 14 with students, twice by ourselves. and we always travel by train, bus, and tram. We've never rented a car, and it's easy to get around in Germany with public transport. The UK was a little bit harder, but the only trains we rode in the UK were to get to where we were going. Otherwise, we walked everywhere. I don't compare crappy. Crappy is crappy. You know, I've just been sitting at home, and if I'm watching Kai, it's hard to watch YouTube because unless I throw on a Leslie Gilpin video, which he'll watch for 10, 15 minutes. And Leslie, my daughter would have to verify if she's listening, but I think my daughter subscribed to your channel just for that fact that if she needs kind to settle down, she can pop on somebody's rail fanning video for half an hour and he chills for a little bit. But he's here today. He was supposed to come here yesterday, but Kyan is here today because my daughter usually has him at home on Fridays, and he sees the live stream come on, and all he does is up, up, up. He spends the whole time staring at the TV yelling for Joyce or me to pick him up. And she's like, never mind, you're going to Grandpa's where he can actually pick you up if you want up. Hey, Gage, how are you? So we rode a GWR Class 800 from London to Cardiff. And then we took a Transport for Wales. I think it was a EMU, not a DMU. I forget which class. But we took that up to Cardiff. And then from Cardiff to Liverpool, we rode a Northern EMU. I think it was a Northern train. And then we changed at Wigan and picked up a Mersey rail bit to go into Liverpool. And then from Liverpool to Edinburgh, we rode a Scots Rail. No, we rode a Northern. And then we rode a Scots Rail to Stirling. And that was the best train we rode. And then we rode the Azuma from Edinburgh to York and York to London. Yeah, it's weird. It really is weird, Jean Ricard. I have spent the equivalent of almost a year and a half in Germany, and it's always been June. Technically a couple of days in May, but yeah, it really has been just June. Joyce would love to go to Germany and see the Christmas markets. Joyce would love to go. Nuremberg, Munich, a couple of other cities, Bamberg maybe. It's hard to keep up with them, EFO. It really is. It's hard to keep up with them. But my biggest complaint, and the UKers have already agreed with me, so is the hard seats in most of the trains. The ScotRail First Class was nice. But we rode ScotRail First Class out to Stirling, so it was only like a 40-minute train ride. But that was nice. Those were leather bucket seats. Those were nice. Hey, Tom Couples is here. Nice to have you. Well, we just, the UK hit us beyond expectations. The UK was partly because Joyce wanted to do something different, and she knew I wanted to go to the UK. She knew there were things in England I wanted to see, mostly Beatles stuff. She knew from day one Liverpool was going to be, if we ever went to the UK, Liverpool was going to be a big highlight. But when we first talked about going to the UK, we did not know that we would be meeting fellow YouTubers. Now, once we actually started planning this exact trip that we had this past June, we knew we were going to meet some some YouTubers. But we've talked about going to the UK for years. But in a lot of ways, the best part of the trip was meeting Tim J.D. Dowd here, Alan Wiles, Jim, Lee and Jackie, Philip Page. We only got to meet him for half an hour. Leslie. Man, Leslie. Again, The problem with Leslie, Andrew McDonald, Carl Braun from Bang Got Your Junction was Richard Brown, we just did not get enough time with you guys. No, I have had no update. Caroline has said nothing. I've sent message to her via Facebook, but she doesn't really talk on Facebook, and she's even a little more with some of her dad's trained friends. Probably the person best in the know would be Bear Lane Stephen Price, because he really talks to Chris a lot. Oh no, Tim JD. I could name quite a few other trains that had hard seats. And Joyce were here, she'd back me up. Speaking of which, Joyce still has to post her video. But in all fairness, she's been distracted. So yeah, it's, so if you're, you know, if you could contact Stephen Price, maybe he's going to have word. No, I'll just leave it at that. And meeting Chris, all these people I've talked about, and maybe my brain is trying because of the situation with Chris. Again, if you're here and didn't know early on, Chris from Hales Heritage Railway is in the hospital, had a heart attack, they think. He's been going to the doctor for a lot of other issues, and they've had concerns about things, and maybe their concerns were not where it should have been. But, yeah, so it's, I've got too many friends that are sick right now. I lost my best friend. My other best friend has prostate cancer, which has come back after being in remission and gone. Joyce's brother. Several friends on YouTube. I mean, it's not me, so I don't want the pity, but man, my circle of friends has shrunk drastically in the last couple of years and is shrinking. I don't need to lose anymore. And I consider Chris a good friend. And Alan had his 70th birthday. Now, I'm a little surprised. He did do a roller coaster, but I figured he did 100 miles on his 66th birthday. Why he didn't do something even beyond that for his 70th, I don't know. You're slipping, Alan. That's all I can say. Our museum trains. Now, again, I won't say they were necessarily uncomfortable. There were a couple that were. I think one of the northern trains we took, the seats were rather too hard. But the Azumas, they didn't, it's not like they broke your back and felt like you were sitting on a wooden plank. They definitely had padding, but they were a little harder than what we're used to. Liverpool is the only highlight. All right, take care, Kieran. Speaking of friends, you take care of yourself and stay healthy out there. But yeah, so this was my other surprise, was getting the getting this view going. To finally have this going, and based on what I'm watching, you all would have to tell me, but did this run smooth? Because other than the very first time I used this camera about a year ago, it was glitchy on my live streams when I would use the GoPro. And that's because I was overtaxing the CPU with it. But now it's just It looks like the pictures I'm watching on YouTube, not YouTube Studio, but just the replay of this live feed. It's really looking sharp. I'm so thrilled I've got the GoPro running again, which now means I'm running 11 cameras. And my CPU is running at just over 15% and not a single dropped frame. So ever since I did that OBS, my last 2 full live streams have been amazingly clear and clean. All right, Ray, take care. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. The good old days of 1952. Who talked about that? Smack you upside the head. Did Artie say he had to go to bed? No, that's just... anti-vandal seats. I don't know, if I sat in a hard seat long enough, I might become a vandal. Now, I've never done bungee, and I probably won't ever do bungee, since my fear of heights, as anybody who has a fear of heights knows, it's not really a fear of heights, it's a fear of falling. So, somebody who has a fear of falling, jumping off with just some bungee cord strapped around your legs, no. Not happening. Not remotely. Oh, speaking of which, it looks like the camera has started to turn off because it froze. Yep. Okay, well. Oh, now it's working again. Let me see if it kicked back up on here. Okay, well, it froze temporarily, but now it's working again. Okay. Oh, that's good. See, I was talking about it. I jinxed myself. You can bungee without a cord. You can only... Jean Ricard, what do I want to vandalize? If I had to sit in those seats for that long with it hurting my back, I would vandalize the seat. But no, I'm not really a vandalizing person. Well, that would be something Billy Connolly would do. Billy Connolly, one of the greatest comedians in the world. Let's see, I can even do this. And then you don't have to see me. Well, that's just it, Pierre. Because you're a pain, they give the drugs to the people you're being a pain to. Ha! There we go. Behave, Artie. Odds are, if we went skydiving, I'd be screaming louder than Joyce. But we're talking whistling there. No, I don't have to do that. I can just flip here and you can see the new view. I love that. I always love it when the GoPro... That's why I love to call this passenger view. What I want to do is build a frame here and make it look like it's looking out a window of a train. So all that cheap mat stuff I bought, doormat stuff that I got a 4x8 sheet for like $5. I said, that'll work for grass. And coming around the corner, you can see the train that's pulling it going around the corner. Now the Delmenhorst Village. And by the way, if you didn't like my last live stream, go back and give it a thumbs up because it was at 29. And Joyce has a thing. She wants me to break 30 likes. Now this is Germany. They pick up the trash. And no, I am not throwing trash on my layout to make it look more realistic. I told you this is a fantasy layout. So there will be fantasy parts, such as the trains are always clean and the garbage is picked up. Oh, I go to this camera just as no trains are in it. But again, if you look carefully, you can see the mallard up there, which I planned to have running today, but I didn't have time to get the track set up. Ooh, vicious. I didn't know Belgium was dirty. I've never been to Belgium. It's probably on the bucket list. Well, they're not that clean, but yeah. No, because it'll screw up my trains. Oh, I forgot to pick up all the deer because that was one of the things I had to walk on my table. Fortunately, it was built to support it. I had to walk on the table here to get up here to change the modem. But yeah, this will be one of the good views when I redo the Fowler car system and hopefully get it right. That'll be the best thing there. Actually, the mallard was going to be put on the floor behind me, Jean Ricard. The hard floor behind me. I was just going to set it up as a joke. Or not even a joke, just to have it running and say, I've got 7 trains running or 8 trains running because I was going to put the Eurostar on the other side and just have them doing loops. But yes, I want to run my mallard. Hey, Randall, nice to have you, man. How are you? Hey, Randall, you might be one of the people because this is always one of the things you liked is 3, 2, 1. I've got the GoPro running again. And this time it's working smoothly. I love that view, man. Looking forward to the train. That is definitely like being a passenger on a train. I love this view. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. And yes, that was fingers forward, not fingers back. So please, my UK friends, don't think I was being rude. the Joyce camera. Apparently she's not going to be here, so we will... Hey, there's Philip Page. We were just talking about you about half an hour ago. You've got to get it running. Remember, it's Hornby. Well, I will tell you, Hot Dog Pilot, that the shop tested it out for me, and it was working at the shop. Oh, my camera shut down, so... Oh, wait, no, I moved it on me. I forgot that 3-second pause. I got to remember that stupid 3-second pause. Here, I'll just put this guy kind of over here for now. I don't know. We'll just make him small there. But anyhow, hey, let me do a quick poll with everybody here. I know you can actually do it in OBS and YouTube, but let me do a quick poll with you. I have heard people very strongly both ways. Do you like it when a model shop takes your locomotive out and test it before you leave with it? I've only bought 2 locomotives in my life at a model shop. One was the Class 146, the white locomotive that pulls the double-decker IC, the white double-decker I have. I bought that at a shop in Oberwesel on the Rhine River, south of Koblenz. And he took it out of the box and made sure it worked. And I thought that was awesome. I'm going home to America. I'd rather find out now that it was not working or not. And then when we bought the Mallard in York, they tested it out for us. And the one we almost bought in Edinburgh, they tested it out for us, which is why we didn't buy it, because they took it out of the box and noticed part of it was broken and needed repaired. Jean Ricard, I'm not that stupid. So, yeah, I have seen people. In fact, I know he's not popular with everybody, and I don't watch him as much as I used to, but I know Sam from Sam's Train in the UK has said he doesn't like it when the model shop opens his train and checks it, that he wants to do it. And I don't know why that would be such a big deal. Can almost get away with that there. And then this one there. There we go. So, hello, Norman. Well, you know what? I have been lucky so far, although, Jean Ricard, I think you heard me earlier. I was running my IC4. I ran it in the live stream last week. And then Kyan came over on Tuesday, and I was running it, and it started making a really bad sound, and I think the motor is going in my IC4, which I am not happy with. So I'm going to have to send that off to get... I'm going to run it sometime this weekend, but I'm assuming it's messed up, and I'm going to have to ship it off to get fixed. And no, I'm not happy about it. All right, Mark. Yep, it is past 10 p.m. over there in the UK. You take care of yourself. Thank you for joining in. I hope you enjoyed your time here enough that you'll want to come back. And again, if you don't know Mark at Model Railway Fantasia's channel, go check it out. He does amazing work. his work is of the highest skill, and then find out why it's even more amazing that he does such amazing work. If you're not subscribed to his channel. So, yeah, I am having a thrill. Again, this is all because of the new computer with the nice i7 processor with the and again, the i5 was actually handling it fairly well, considering there was no real video. But now that I've got a high-end video graphics card in this new computer, yeah, I can just throw a crap load of computers. I could easily triple and have 30 cameras, but why? Because in the end, that's the big thing. I've got 11 cameras going, but what am I really showing? The nice thing is I try to have the cameras focused on the trains and not on the lack of scenery. So it's always on the track and watching a train come through. Yes, when I do put in some scenery, it'll make it look cool. But, hey, Diggers is back. I think you were here earlier. Nice to have you back, sir. But yeah, I'm thrilled to have the GoPro going again. I've been meaning to try it out for a couple of weeks, but I had to get other things settled. I would love to find one of the Railjet or Roco Taurus. The Railjet Locomotive is also a Taurus. With the cams inside and give the cab view. I mean, I have, somewhere in this chaos, I have the cube, but it's not the Wi-Fi cube. The Wi-Fi cube would be on here in a heartbeat if I could get it to work. They did make a cube, the Cube 2 something, the Action Cube 2. Where is it? Is it here somewhere, or did I put it away? Oh, there it is. Yep. Here it is. Yeah, I have the cube. And I haven't used it in probably a year and a half, 2 years since I started live streaming, because I would do running sessions and do a cab view. You know, I'd stick the cube on my little trailer in front of the locomotive and run it around, and I thought that was cool. But once I started live streaming and added all these cameras, the cube felt kind of, I stopped doing running sessions. My running session is the live stream. Yeah, and that's one of the advantages. I do it also so everybody can advertise their channel. Some people get uptight about that. I don't want people advertising their channel on my channel. No, advertise your channel, man. Get subs, get people to come over and see what you do, see what you like. You know, I had Model Railway Fantasia here, and after I chatted him up last week, even my channel gave him a little boost of views, and then Alan chatted him up, and he shot up a big time. Shouted him out, not chatted him up. Chatting him up is a totally different thing in the UK, I know. Well, Leslie, that's what, as long as it's a good runner, because Dodge Chargers are awesome cars. The kings of the muscle car era, the Dodge Charger, the Dodge Challenger, king of the pony cars. But I would like to find the American, one of the American Amtraks, preferably the one that was the ICE2 or ICE3 Amtrak, but they're hard to find, and when you find them, they are too expensive. And that way I could have an American train on my layout, but it's still ICE. Somebody's here. I don't know if it's... Hey, Liz, who's here? Lynn and Chris are here, but not Mom. Okay. Okay.
So I'm on dinner.
Well, what are we gonna do about dinner?
Regular pizza.
All right. Is Kyan coming to say goodbye?
Well, after we got back in from our walk. No, I'm not sitting there. You go to Oprah.
Come here. Hi there. You want to come back up? Oh, Kyan says hi, everybody, again. Oh, there goes the railjet. Did you see the railjet? Here he comes. Let's make the railjet horn beep. Are you ready? Look at the camera, Kyan. Here we go. What? What do you want? You want to go over there? You want to go over there? All right, hang on, Kyan. All right, hang on. Let's go over there. What view was it? Oh, it was this one. Hang on, hang on. Yep, Opa's going to get you there. Hang on. This is Kyan. If you're new, this is Kyan's favorite place to watch trains. You ready? You want up here? Yeah. You want to watch trains up here. Yeah, see that? Yeah. Get me up here, Opa. Get me up here. Okay. Are you going to watch yourself or are you going to watch the trains? The trains, right. Go. Here comes the railjet. Are you going to watch him come through here? Go. That's right. There he goes. You're watching yourself now. Yep, he goes over there and goes around, doesn't he? No, oh, you see him, you like the long guy too because you're liking the camera, aren't you? That camera's nice and shiny, isn't it? What's your favorite train? You have no idea what I asked you, did you? What about this guy? Do you like him? Can we make his horn blow? Opa's blocking your view. Which one now? Alright, let's see if I can get another one. And don't worry, I've got him in my eye here. It's acting so. Go! That's right. Go. Alright, let's see who we can pick on. Ow. What's ow? Are you ready? You don't like that one? Okay, let's go back and see what people are saying. All right, let's come down here. Opa cannot leave you up there. No. So that's Opa, everybody. That's Kyan with his Opa. Oh, you want to play with the cars now? Well, your mommy and daddy are upstairs. So I don't know how long they're going to have you hanging down here. But what'd you want? Did you want a car? You want that one? No, put it back. Or do you want to go over there and play with the cars? All right, you play with the cars. Okay? Actually, he's very good about not grabbing. Leslie, he's actually very good about that. Up? Opa, you're talking. Get me in on this show. He, no, he actually is very good. He will not go. He knows what is no touch and what is... In fact, the only bad thing he knows is he knows how to turn the trains on and turn them off now. So when I'm ready to end the show... Here, this is the bad thing he's learned. Kyan, you want to stop the trains? Kyan, do you want to stop the trains? Come over here. No, you want back up there. Okay, he doesn't want to stop the trains. You gotta come over here and stop the trains. You want to stop the trains? Can you reach it? No, you want me to come over there. What? Where are we going? Back up there. You want back up there? Yeah, they're saying you'd run across the table. No, he will not. I'll let you stand there. I'm going to sit down while you're on camera. Okay. Yeah, he is very good. He will not reach down and touch the trains. He knows it's a no. If you watch this, he doesn't even like me holding him. He's like, Opa, I can do this myself. If I put my hand up, he's like, get your hand off me. Get your hand off me. What? I'm behind you. I got you. Yep. Okay, what? Yeah, he went home around, didn't he? He went zoom, didn't he? Whoops. Oh. Yeah. What's that? Okay, you gotta come back down now. Okay. But yeah, he is really something else about, he knows what his limits are. The only thing is, when he decides he's done and wants to go upstairs, he'll come over here like, Opa, train stop. But he loves, go, go, go. If you see him, he loves the railjet. Go, go, go. He's actually, Jean Ricard, he's got the American startup, My World. He's got two of them. He's got the ICE-2 and he's got the Regiobahn. He's got two sets that I bought in Germany years ago and gave to him once I stopped having them in my classroom. He does not like them. He loved them at first. There's that little short he did where he loved it, but then all of a sudden he started getting scared of them. He loves these, so maybe he's ready to go back. You saw the camera? Bye-bye camera? Go? Right. So yeah, he's got the sets. He's got the My World sets. He would probably like that, Norman. Oh, you're saying on here and let him run it. The problem is he's allowed to touch them. And he would know that. The My World trains, those are his and he's allowed to touch them. So he would reach and grab them because in his head, he's allowed to touch those trains. He knows he can't touch these. Because the problem is he also loves all my little HO scale cars here. And he sees HO scale cars on the layout and he wants them. He's like, Opa, give me those. What? 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 What do you want, a car? Which one? You want this one? Yeah, you know, nope, put it back. Which one? Which one? Here, do you want to blow the horn? Hang on. Wait. Don't push any other buttons. Yeah. What about this one? You want to try this one? Here, down at the bottom. There you did it. See, the horns are always on the bottom. Well, almost always. Oh, you hit the turtle button again. No, don't hit that one. You slow it down. You cut its speed in half. He's a good guy. He just when he's here, he's got so many things he wants to do. He wants to go for walks. He wants to play upstairs. He wants to run trains, and he does like 20 minutes of each. So he's here for 20 minutes, and then he's like, okay. And what you can't see is somebody's got the finger, and this is his, Opa, come with me now. Where are we going? Where are we going? Why don't you get your mommy? Your mommy could hold you there, so Opa can chat on the screen. Where are you going? Where? Where are we going? Oh, that box is in the way now. Here, let me move that box out of your way. What? Who, what, where, when, why, how? Okay. You gotta go upstairs? You wanna go upstairs? You wanna say bye-bye? Okay. Hey, Lynn or Liz? Opa's gotta stay here, okay? Opa's gonna stay here. Now you can stay here with Opa, but I think you wanna go upstairs and play, but Opa's gonna stay here. I'm sorry. He wants Opa to come. Yeah. That's the problem. Oh, now you're coming back? No, he's coming back because this is Opa, you have to leave now.
Opa's supposed to be here, okay? No. Alright, you say bye-bye?
Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Love you, bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Run trains again next time.
Oh, yeah.
Tuesday again, or?
Sunday.
Oh, well, Sunday, yeah. Forgot Sunday.
Who knows right now?
Okay.
We were looking at going out of town Thursday, Friday, but...
Gotcha. All right, watch his head on that corner there.
Oh, yeah.
See if he touches the train sign on the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. He wants to go upstairs and do something. Grandpa has to come with him. But it's time for him to go home. He's gonna. My daughter and her husband want to go home and have their dinner. But yeah, he's just an absolutely. I'm biased, but he's just a gorgeous grandson. He's setting the bar high for any future grandchildren. The only thing is, because my daughter is teaching him sign languages, he now will not use words. He will sign. Every now and then he'll say trains to me. Like, he'll come and grab my finger and say trains. Trains for him is TR, occasionally an S and S. Trains. But now he just grabs my thumb and says, and then he'll do please, because this is sign language for please, pretty please. No, Joyce isn't going to be here for dinner. Joyce is with her family. Joyce left here about 11:30, and they're just basically holding a vigil. I really thought she might come home for a bit, but they all went out to lunch, and now they're all over at the hospice, which is just up the road from here. He needs a Swiss crocodile. Well, I don't think that's going to happen unless he one day sees one and asks for one personally, because I know crocodiles still run, but it doesn't fit with my world. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of the crocodiles. No, my daughter is going to make dinner because she knows I'm doing the live stream. Although I'll be shutting down in about 15. Wow, that camera has lasted a good 2 hours. I can't believe it's still going. Its battery is saying it's getting close to done, and I do have spares. But I love this image. I love it. It reminds me so many times of pulling into and out of stations, and occasionally on the rails in Germany where you're sitting and another train passes you by. And yeah, I really need to, those trees are shedding. I need to clean that area up. I figured I would do it when I start putting in the new Fowler car system. You love the, hey Damien, how are you? You love the crocodiles you have too? I got nothing against them. I don't personally find them, but I know how popular they are. And I've got nothing against them. They're just not my thing. It's a GoPro 9. It is a GoPro 9. And I believe beginning with the GoPro 7, you could live stream. But I have it tapped in, but there's a trick to get it tapped into your OBS. I don't know. I mean, grandkids are the best. I mean, we know the old joke. Grandkids are great because you only have to deal with them on their good times, and with their bad, you can send them back to their parents. I've just always, the thing about grandkids is, as a parent, I loved my kids when they were little. I mean, I still love my kids, but everything's new. You're teaching them. They're discovering things. They're learning. They're curious. There was just so many, you know, I just love my kids today, you know. Beep, 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 beep. That's the GoPro saying, battery about to die. All right, well, next time around, I will, yeah. All right, so we'll just... close that off for now. And, oh good. So yeah, the GoPro battery just died. I just got done saying, wow, it's lasted almost 2 hours. That's pretty good. It lasted about an hour and 40 minutes, which is about the length of a battery when you're streaming with it, is about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. Wow. Had every version. Yeah, I mean, and to be honest, anybody's layout will usually be trains they like. I mean, there aren't too many people go, well, I hate this train, but the guy on YouTube said I better run it or else. I mean, yeah, it comes down to most of these trains, well, actually, all of these trains are trains I've ridden on. Obviously, I've never ridden on a freight train, you know, but that's Joyce's fault, not mine. I've just, it's all trains I've ridden on, except for the two Rheingolds from the 1930s. I have ridden on steam locomotives, but not in Germany. Done a couple of local heritage trains, I guess you'd call them, or up in Michigan, I should say, not really local. But, yeah, every one of these trains I've ridden on multiple times, except for the ICE-4. I have not ridden on an ICE-4. I've been on a railjet. I've not ridden it, but I've been on a railjet. It was parked in Munich, and I hopped on to look around and take some pictures of the interior. Yeah, I mean, Jean Ricard, there's a lot of ways to look at it. For example, my grandfather was probably a very tough, hard parent. He was a parent during the Depression. My dad was an oops baby, and I'm sure he was tough on my dad. Maybe too tough on my dad. I don't know. But he spoiled me. You know, and I know he's in bad name now, but that's that old Bill Cosby bit from his fatherhood book and stand-up routine. You know, the grandmother spoiling the kids, and, you know, you're telling your kid, that's not the woman who raised me, you know. But, you know, so a lot of times you make up with grandkids what you didn't do as a parent. But I like to think I raised my kids well. I wasn't a perfect parent by any stretch of the imagination. But based on how my kids turned out, I don't think I warped them either. My kids are hardworking when they work. They're all highly educated. They all went into jobs and fields they like. They don't necessarily make a crap load of money, but they're all creative. They all tend to do things they like. But most importantly, they care about other humans. They care about other people. They're not just about their world. They care about everybody. And that's the proudest thing, that my children stand up and defend other kids. My children defended the kids against bullies in school. My daughter started the first, my daughter is not gay or trans or anything, but she started the first GLBTQ club at our high school. Now, nobody there knows she's started the first one, but she started the first one as a club in a room where kids that weren't sure or were being bullied could come and find a group to feel safe with. Hey, did I see Ewan just came in? Howdy, Ewan, how are you? Nice to have you here on this late day. But that's, you know, that Joyce and I, that I think we both say that's the proudest thing, is our kids care about other people. There are individuals they don't like, but they're not misanthropes. They like humans. They like people. Each of my kids is a little different. My daughter Liz is probably the most outspoken when dealing with fools. She doesn't suffer fools gladly. Oh, it is freezing now in Scotland. Well, after that nasty heat wave, hopefully this is well, obviously there's too cold as well, but at least with too cold you can turn the heat up. There's a point where too hot just can't be, and you can't do anything about too hot other than stay inside with the air conditioner on if you have air conditioning. But that's the thing. In the UK, what a lot of Americans don't understand is the UK, they don't do air conditioning in their houses. Their houses are designed to keep heat in because they're a northern clime and a cooler clime. So when it gets 80, 90 degrees, their houses just pack the heat. Germany's the same way. Those homes are built to keep the cold and wet elements out. They're designed to keep the heat in. In America, many of us, most of us, have apartments or houses that have central air. Or you can go out and buy a nice little window air conditioner. And yes, they have those in the UK, but from what I understand, A, you rarely would use them, and B, there's a lot of cost that goes with it. That's true. That's what Joyce and I were saying. There's only so far you can strip in the heat before you get arrested. But yeah, it's oh wait, which one do I want to stop? Let me take that camera wagon off. Oh, let's stop this before I accidentally short it out. I was hoping I could get you off a little easier. I need an uncoupler. I need to invest, but this is what happens when you do what I did. Come on, you. Well, apparently you are not going to uncouple easily, are you? All right, well, I'll do that later. Apparently, I'm not going to get that off that easy right now. Now, that's a stupid Rolex and a Telex mixed, and sometimes they can do that. Oh, well. Go. Be on your way. Or not, because somebody didn't put this on properly. There we go. I probably could get it apart now. Oh, all the armchair guys saying what I'm doing wrong. But there it is. Oh, wow, 38 likes. That's cool. Uh-oh. No, okay, I'm good. Looked like I froze over there. Yes, it's 5 a.m. over there, Artie. You should be asleep, but you're not. But yeah, it's a, it's one of those things. Again, I grew up in a house that didn't have central air, and I spoiled myself. When I bought a house, that was one of the main priorities. It better have central air. Did it spoil me? Did it make me weaker? I don't know. I don't like the heat. I never liked the heat. And I grew up in a house without air conditioning, and I hated the heat, and I complained about the heat. And my uncle complained about the heat. My dad complained about the heat. My grandpa complained about the heat. And he grew up without air conditioning. We always complained about the heat. But then there was something you could do about it. Got an air conditioner. And, you know, when I see guys in their lofts talking about too cold, I'm like, can't you get one of those little space heaters or something like that? But it's a cost, and it's a license, and it's a fire hazard, and all those other things. Your wife retires in 2 weeks from today. Nice. But, you know, this basement can get kind of cool in the summer, you know, because cold air tends to fall. Even though I've got the 2 air conditioning vents closed, it still filters down here. In the winter, it can be a little chilly down here because you have just two small vents. Because again, this basement did not originally look like this. When this house was built, this was just a cellar. This was just a cellar. And the people who owned the house in the 80s turned it into what we call in America a finished basement. And then he remodeled the house in 87, but he did so many things wrong. This guy was a professional construction carpenter who thought he was an electrician, who thought he was a plumber, and he wasn't good at any of them. There are so many code violations I've had to repair in this house from the stuff this guy did when I tried to remodel things. Oh, look at these hidden junction boxes behind solid drywall. Oh, look at this electrical line connected with inside a junction box with a couple of tap-on outlets. Totally illegal. Oh, look at this. The guy who owned this house before me, he has to have the reddest ears in the world because I have cursed him for 30 years. Every time I have a housing project, including the next one, which is Joyce and my bedroom. There's already a couple of things I'm not even going to touch because I know they're so wrong. I'm scared to touch it. They're just so against code. I have to hire a home investigator to look at it and say, how bad is this? I can't even hire a professional plumber because if a plumber sees it, law says he has to notify that it has to be fixed, but a home inspector can just say, here's what I see, it's up to you to get it fixed. So we got to get a home inspector. Yeah, he would use 5 screws where 2 were all you needed. His plumbing was just god awful. His wall, there's just so many things behind the walls. You know, he and his wife were good at throwing lipstick on the pig, but the insanity he hid. That when we bought the house 30 years ago, Joyce liked it. I thought it was kind of small, but it's in the neighborhood Joyce liked. Joyce had nixed a bunch of houses I had looked at, said, hey, here's a nice house, here's a nice house. And it did have a nice selling point. It did have a nice selling point, is that it had the attic, because this house was a small bungalow house. It was a bungalow, starter house. 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom, small kitchen, dining room, eat-in kitchen, and a small living room. Actually, living room is not that small. It's like 15 by 12, true measurement, but once you got the drywall up, it's more like 14 and a half feet by 11 and a half feet. 2 small bedrooms, small bathroom, and then it had an attic, and it had a cellar. Well, the cellar got turned into a nice entertainment room, and then they turned the attic into a full bedroom ensuite with a bathroom and shower. So we've got our, and it's this, so the attic that a lot of you guys have lofts in became our bedroom. And it has more headspace. It has more headspace than the typical UK loft. So yeah, it's a nice big bedroom for us. It's a really nice big bedroom. And that's the thing, yeah, when you get used to air conditioning and stay in air conditioning, you walk outside and it's 90 degrees and the humidity's high, it's like walking into a brick wall. Boom, you hit it. But, this house had air conditioning, it had a nice bedroom, it was in a neighborhood Joyce always wanted to grow. Joyce grew up a 10-minute walk away from this house. Maybe 15-minute walk, but probably more like 10. And she had friends on this street when she grew up. And she used to ride up and down the street as a kid saying, I want to live in this neighborhood. And subconsciously, every time we looked at a house, she was saying no because she was waiting. And I never looked at a house in this neighborhood. And then we literally, one of the rare arguments we had, I got mad because I had a house I really liked, and she kept going, oh, it just has no character, it has no personality. And I got mad at her, and I said, God damn, you have nixed every house I've looked at. Why don't you go find your own goddamn house? And we didn't talk to each other for a couple hours. She grabbed the newspaper, looked up, circled a couple of things, and left. And about an hour later, she came home and said, I think I found our house. Come and look at it. And I came here, and it was brick. I said, it's small. The yard is small. But there's a park right over here. This is one of the best ranked schools in Toledo, right down the street. And then she said, look at the bedroom. I was like, okay, bedroom wins. The basement was a big area for the kids to play in when they were little. Made up a little bit for the small yard. There is a park. We also live on a boulevard, so there are these big long islands in the middle of it. But it really is a small house. It just has a big basement that allowed me to build up a big table here. All right, hot dog pilot, take care. Well, at least you're off to Bedford and not Bedlam. But yeah, it is about time for me to start shutting down here. Because without Joyce in my ear telling me, hey, we got to do dinner, I could ramble on until 7 o'clock. But I have some people's videos I want to watch. And before I try to watch Vinny's, although I'll probably watch Vinny's and watch other people's videos at the same time. I will multitask, as I am famous for. And so, yeah, it was... it's been a blessing. We've been here 30 years, and every now and then, over the last couple of years, Joyce and I have talked a little bit about moving, and then we just decide it'd be so much hassle to move. We're just going to stay here. We're just going to stay here. If we move, it would be out of the country, which is not going to happen because our kids are here, and our grandkid and future grandkids are here, and we don't want to be that far away from our kids. So anyhow, on that note, again, please keep your thoughts out for Chris at Hales Heritage Railway. I hope it was not, I mean, it was a heart attack, guys. You know, a mild heart attack is still a major thing, but I only know a little bit of what I picked up from Caroline. But just keep Chris in mind. With Joyce, you know, we knew this day was coming. And so it's just waiting for it to finally end. You know, there's not a countdown. You know, the problem with these terminal illnesses is they say you have 6 to 8 months to live and you can live 2 years. But in this case, yeah, he went into hospice and was in final stages. He's cut off food and water. The doctors actually said part of his body's already developing rigor mortis, and I'm like, what? You know, how are you still alive and parts of your body are in rigor mortis? But it's just, it literally is a matter of minutes to hours now. So this day's been coming, and if you've been like we've been with several people with terminal illness, the ending is a blessing. It sounds terrible, but for their sake, you want it to end the sooner the better. And he is just completely morphined up and basically the side of comatose, just waiting for the end. And he's been off. The key part is water. He's been off food and water since Wednesday, and it's 3 to 4 days after that, and we're on day 3. So that's why Joyce is not here. So for Chris, for Joyce's family, because her family, they've lost their mom, they've lost their dad. Now they're losing the elder brother. Joyce has 2 brothers. She has 3 sisters, 2 brothers. But this is just hard for the family, because he's only 64, 63, and it can hit anybody at any time. But so, not to end on a bummer note, but I want to thank you all for helping me kill some hours and cheering me up. It was a great stream. Randall Ellison, if you didn't know, Chris had a heart attack. Apparently mild, if I'm understanding what Caroline said. But yeah, he's in a hospital in Edinburgh. And so I won't know anymore until somebody from either Chris or she sends me a text or emails me or something. So on that note, again, everybody stay safe. Try to stay happy. Take care of one another. Being friendly doesn't cost a dime. Auf Wiedersehen.